What's good, guys? This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. And today, I'm gonna talk to you about unhappy wedding clients. Weddings are amazing to shoot. I have fun shooting them. I love my clients. I have a good time. But once in a while, we get unhappy clients. If you do your job right, you give your all that day, 100%, and you know you did nothing wrong, then you have nothing to stress and worry about. So let's just say you did all that, you gave it your all, 100%, the images to you look great, and you still have a client that's unhappy. Calls you a couple of days after you deliver the files, the digital files, and says, Mr. Photographer, I don't like these shots. What do you do? Well, just be aware, guys, as wedding photographers, this happens sometimes, and it's not your fault. And the reason why it's not your fault is because in your eyes, and the proof is in the pudding, you did your job. The wedding, the church, the reception, you name it, everything is documented, edited nicely. You gave him the USB, and again, she comes back and she's complaining. She hates the images, this and that. Where's this? You didn't capture this. You didn't capture that. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about what you can do as a wedding photographer when you have this kind of bride or groom call you and complain about the photos. Well, first and foremost, make sure you did a good job that day of the wedding so you don't have customers come back at you and complain about the pictures. So here's what I do when I have a client that doesn't like her pictures, his pictures. First of all, I ask the question, why? Why don't you like your images? What's wrong with your pictures? To me, it looks great. Everybody looks beautiful. Everything's in focus. There's no technical errors with the images. Well, something to realize is clients are different. They come in all shapes and sizes and mentalities. So be aware of that. You might have a client that's a big time complainer. You know, you can't please everybody. The pictures look good in your eyes as a professional, but you know what? She's just complaining and she doesn't like the pictures. So find out why. Why, Mrs. Smith? Why don't you like the pictures? What's wrong with the pictures? They're beautiful. This is your wedding day. You might have a client that's trying to pull a fast one on you. Okay? So watch out for that. What I mean is, they realized that they went way over their budget on their wedding. They paid too much for the venue, the entertainment, the florist. But you know what? The photographer is the easiest target. Let's see if we could pull a fast one on him. Let's complain that we didn't like the images. Let's see if we can get our money back. No. Doesn't work that way, Mrs. Smith. Doesn't work that way. You can't pull a fast one on wedding photographers. Okay? This makes me angry. Okay? This makes me very angry. As a professional, I've had a couple times in my wedding photography career that customers try to pull a fast one. Okay? Realize when this is happening. Show me, Mrs. Smith, show me where you're not happy. What are you not happy about? What are you not happy about? Oh, well, remember when I came to your office and we were talking about what type of pictures I want? I showed you online. I went to Google and I looked up the venue and we had, look at these images and look at the images I got. Oh, wait a minute. Anybody could go on Google, right, and search, let's say, so-and-so venue location, Little Princess Park. And let me tell you about something about Google, okay? Brides always look at Google searches and they think their wedding is gonna look just like this image, okay? First of all, images on Google, when you search, sometimes they pull up images that are just so spectacular. There's a few elements to a photograph that makes it spectacular, okay? First of all, the bride and groom. What type of image are you looking at as a customer? What type of image was she looking at, Mrs. Smith? She pulls up an image of a guy that's 6'2", looks like He-Man, and the bride looks like, amazing looks. She's beautiful, amazing body, tall. They're proportionate to each other. She's pulling up the optimal, perfect example of a wedding picture at this venue. I had a bride once, she was a foot taller than the groom. She loved the picture on Google that she presented to me during the booking process, and the groom was just sweeping the bride off her feet. And you look at this couple and you realize, well, she wants this image. There's no way this image is happening. Simple physics, simple science, okay? There's no way that this groom is able to pull off this pose. There's just no way. What I'm trying to say is a bride, a groom might see a sample image and tell you during the wedding booking process that I want this specific image. But when they get their images, they see a difference between your shots and the sample shots you saw on Google. Another factor that changes the picture drastically is what time of the year is this? What time of the year was this image shot at this beautiful location? Was it fall? Was the sample images for the foliage in the back? So you have to educate your client when they come to you during the first interview process that, you know what, you might not get the same exact look. Every wedding is different now. So don't set your heart on images that you see on Google search. And your wedding, if you think your wedding's gonna look like this, there's a bunch of factors that come into play. Different looks, different brides' faces, different groom, body types, you name it, the time of the year. What time of day did you guys get there to take pictures? You know, all that stuff matters. Did you have enough time to set up the shot? Maybe they only gave you 20 minutes and you didn't have enough time. A lot of factors come into play that result in the final product. So when it's not your fault that the images came out, you know, simple and basic, and they didn't get enough wow shots that they were expecting, and it's not your fault, you have to tell them, you have to let them know that, you know what, Mr. Smith, this is not my fault. This is what happened at your wedding. Here are the facts. Okay, you're complaining that your images don't look like these images. Well, just state the facts. Tell them why your images don't look like this. It's not your fault. So chances are, if they're trying to pull a fast one, if they're asking for a refund, you might get one of these crazy clients that's pressing you hard, threatening with a lawsuit. They want their money back, but you see that it's not your fault. But you see the pictures, there's nothing wrong with the images. Stand your ground as a photographer, as a professional. Don't be scared. They threaten you with a lawsuit, go ahead, sue me. Go ahead, guys, sue me. Don't give in to these types of individuals. There's a lot of characters out there, guys, and you know, the majority are amazing clients. At least with me, the majority, 99.5% of my clients are amazing, but that 0.5%, you know. Always have your facts in order, always find out what the root of the problem is. Chances are, again, that they're trying to pull a fast one on you. Under no circumstances do you want to refund their money. So no refunds at all. And state this in your contract. Very important. State this in your contract. No refunds if it's not your fault. Let's say you lost the images, okay? It's your fault. Given that fact, it's your fault, refund the money, and you know what? That's probably not even enough. Hopefully this never happens to you. It's the photographer's worst nightmare that you lose data, you lose customers' precious wedding day. So another fact that I want to talk about regarding this topic, okay? Clients, in their eyes, they see a beautiful sample images of your work. They see a beautiful reception hall, beautiful church, the Vatican, castles. And when you get to their wedding, it's like, okay, the bride's getting ready in an apartment building that doesn't look really that nice. But in her mind, she's envisioning something else totally different. You have to kind of be real with the clients, okay? She's envisioning castles, carriages, and you're shooting apartment building, a regular, simple venue. Okay, she doesn't like the images because why? Why don't you like the images? Well, look at these images. These look great, and your images look simple and basic. Well, was your wedding simple and basic? And also, this is important as well. Did you have an opportunity to do the best that you could? Sometimes everyone's late, okay? Church is at 4 o'clock. You get there on your time, but she's running late with her hair and makeup. She's not ready until 20 minutes before church starts. Where are the bridal pictures? All of a sudden, it's your fault that she doesn't have bridal pictures. She gets the images. Where are my shots? Where are my portraits? but she forgets that your hair and makeup hog the whole day. So that's something else to keep in mind. If it's not your fault that the timeline got all skewed because of issues, that's something that might affect the final product as well. So keep that in mind. You lose daylight, the ceremony finishes, and you were scheduled to shoot a park portrait session after the ceremony. The ceremony started late, or it went too long, or they did too many family photos in front of the altar. By the time you went to the park location, it was already dark. Chances are, if the photographer has an amazing portfolio, seasoned professional, charges a good price for their services, and the client wants that money back, chances are it's not the photographer's fault. He knows what he's doing, but you know what? He wasn't dealt a full deck of cards. So he was dealt a bad hand during the wedding, and now the bride and groom are really pissed off. No can do, guys. Just state the facts, let them know, and make note of the wedding. Make note that, you know, this happened, that happened, you know, so you can get back if there's a problem with the bride and groom. You know, just show them the facts. State the facts to your clients. And remember, no refunds whatsoever unless it's your fault. Be strong in front of the client, guys. Don't give in. Don't give in. No refunds. They ask you, they don't like their pictures. Why? Well, this looks crazy. This looks cheap. It doesn't look like a royal wedding that I envisioned. Well, was your wedding royal? What were you exactly envisioning? You confront them with facts, they'll hang up the phone. What can they tell you? What can they tell you? Check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2 1 2. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Like and subscribe to Vahagraphy if you didn't already do so. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. This is Vahagraphy. I'm Vahagan, your rock and roll photographer. And remember, stand proud of your products, stand by your products, and don't let clients try to pull a fast one on you because they want their money back. They're disgruntled, they don't like their wedding, they don't like the way the pictures came out. It's not your fault. There's no reason to give in. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next video. Rock and roll.